I'm at Scott Sports HQ in Switzerland, and today I'm building up a brand new Scott foil. There's a lot of trucks here. This is a proper Bond villain building.
I think he's made a mistake.
No, it's on purpose.
It's the new thing, exactly. Vas-y Coco,
Oh, qu'est-ce que
tu
c'est
passes à
ça?
la télé.
Vas-y, fais la pause.
It's Coco, the dog of the warehouse. Attack.
Attack. Oh.
Providing the same fait de faire sauter le seuil d'injection. Sweet. Perfectly. Attention. Attention.
For an aero bike with deep wheels,
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
it's not bad, eh?
So massive thanks to Jonathan the mechanic for doing that build. This is my new aero bike, and it's a brand new release from Scott. This is actually a foil RC Ultimate, the highest grade of carbon fibre you can get, which explains why, even though it being an aero bike, it's really light. This Ultimate version comes in matte black with gloss black logos. This is a size small frame, and as you can see from the tubing, it's all extremely aerodynamic. Naturally, Scott have tested it and they say it's the fastest road bike they've ever made. More to come on that in tomorrow's episode, where I'm actually going to do a quick ride with the guys who designed it and engineered it. So stay tuned for that. Like with my other Scott road bikes, it has an integrated carbon bar and stem. These are Creston ICSL Aeros, so more aerodynamic than the ones I had on my previous bike. And you can see that from the profile, they are super skinny on the tops, so it cuts through the air. The less bar tape you put on aero bars, the faster they're going to be. So we've left quite a lot off. The headset's nice and neat with everything covered up with this little cap. All the cable routing is internal, so you can't see it at all. The headset is adjusted with Torx keys. And it just so happens this bike has a little magnetic Torx key that fits inside the through axle. So you can basically build the whole bike with just this tool. Better put this back on. It's like when C3PO is naked. Completely revamped from the previous version of the foil, you now have a very aero looking seat post, but it has a secret, and that is this piece that comes out, and it's basically a rubber insert with a light in. Now Jonathan was actually saying you can ride this bike without anything in there at all. This carbon fibre is strong enough, and because of that design it adds a lot of compliance, so when you hit potholes and stuff it's not so much of a bone shaking ride as you may have found with other bikes that have really wide seat posts in an effort to get more aerodynamic. This light has a few different settings, charges via USB-C, and is very easy to detach when you need to. The bolt holes to adjust it are covered up with a nice rubber cap. On top of the seat post is a saddle, and this saddle is a carbon Belcara Syncros saddle. It's fairly flat with a bit of a cutout in the middle, and is exactly the same saddle that I've been using on my previous bike, and I know it works for me. So a lot of saddle choices, personal preference. Group set, I'm using my own Dura Ace 11 speed. This has already been used for a season, but it's in perfectly good condition. Reliable, super light, looks great, electric. What more could you ask for? Well, one more gear, I guess. Little detail, this is the first time I've seen a Dura Ace mech mounted direct mount without the adapter. So it looks a little bit neater, slightly lighter. So it looks very nice. Cassette is an 1128. Front gears are a semi-compact, so 52/36. Perfect for road riding and racing. Maybe a little bit big if you want to do some bike packing or touring, or if you live in a place that has really steep hills. Unfortunately, I do live in a place with really, really steep hills, but I'll do some more training. The fork is completely being redesigned by Scott to be as aerodynamic as possible, and underneath the fork you can see I've acquired a really weird, gooey, sticky piece of like plant or something. Well, I hope it's from a plant. Literally ridden this bike 5 minutes and already got it covered in. Continuing the theme of aerodynamics, I then have a set of medium depth but very fast Parcours Strada wheels. These are designed by my friend Dov, who you may have seen in previous episodes, and these are the aerodynamic mid-range offering from them. So they're designed to work on road bikes, be a perfect depth to deal with crosswinds. They actually use a different profile, front and rear, to deal with the wind in the best way possible, and they work best when paired with 28mm tyres, which is exactly what I've done. These are Hutchinson Challengers, which are a brand new tyre from Hutchinson. I think they released last week. They're not tubeless compatible, so I've got tubelitos inside, which are super light inner tubes. They're weird and orange. You may have seen them in the build phase. The nice thing about using the right tyres for the wheel is that you don't really get a light bulb effect. You get a nice flush, smooth transition from tyre to wheel, which should make things faster in the wind. These wheels have also been exposed to a laser beam, or the hubs have. They have a custom Wild decal. And shameless plug, We Are the Wild Ones is my streetwear brand. Link down below if you want to get a t-shirt. Finishing touches, I then have Garmin power pedals. These are the rallies, these are the SPD ones, and the reason they're SPDs is because I rode my bike here from England and we had loads of bags on our bikes and stuff and wanted to be able to walk around. When I get home, these will be switched for the road version of the rallies, which are like Shimano SPD SL fit. And then have a Garmin head unit. This is the 1040 solar, so it charges with the sun, which is very cool, and is fitted to a Syncros mount, which is underneath, fits under the handlebars, made in collaboration with CADE, and looks really good. Last finishing touches, magnetic bottles from Fidlock. So when you take your bottles off, your bike looks really good, and then when you put them back on, you have water, and water is important to live. That is my new Scott foil. I really made an effort to try and find somewhere quiet. There's trucks here as well. I think they follow me.